In this video, we will explore powerful excerpts from the book The Art of Living, written by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. With timeless wisdom, Epictetus teaches us how to live a calmer life, focused on self-mastery, emotional control, and accepting reality as it is. His profound teachings emphasize the importance of aligning our desires with reality and seeking true freedom through self-awareness and understanding the divine order. You will learn how Stoic principles can transform your life, bringing more balance, clarity, and inner peace, even in the face of adversity. If you want to achieve more serenity and wisdom on your journey, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and leave your comment below. Let's apply Epictetus' teachings in our daily lives and move toward a fuller and more meaningful life. Happiness can only be found within us, and freedom is the only goal that holds true value in life. Our freedom is achieved by letting go of the things that are beyond our control. If you want to be invincible, become indifferent to the things you don't have true control over. Your happiness depends on three factors that are entirely within your power: your will, your ideas about the events surrounding you, and how you use those ideas. True happiness is always independent of external conditions. Practice greater indifference towards these conditions. Your happiness can only be found internally. Stop aspiring to be anything other than the best version of yourself, for that is within your control. You have two basic choices: either commit to developing your reasoning, staying true to the truth, or surrender to externalities. The choice is yours and no one else's. You can apply your skills in inner work or lose yourself in appearances. Being a person full of wisdom means walking the path of authenticity rather than following the common routes of the mediocre. Understanding the difference between what we can control and what is beyond our reach is the first step towards happiness and freedom. They begin with the clear realization that some things are within our control while others are not. When we accept this essential truth and learn to distinguish between the two, we find the foundation for true tranquility, both inner and outer. Focus only on what is within your reach. Concentrate your attention on the responsibilities that truly belong to you. And remember that what belongs to others is for them to resolve, not for you. By doing so, you will be immune to external pressures, and no one will have the power to force you into something against your will. By understanding this, your inner peace will be preserved, and you will not feel obligated to do what you don't want to do. When something happens, the only thing under your control is your attitude towards what occurred. In any situation, your choices are limited to either accepting or harboring resentment. What causes us fear or discouragement is not the events themselves, but the way we interpret them. It is not the circumstances that disturb us, but the meaning we assign to them. Stop reacting impulsively or terrorizing yourself with misguided interpretations. People and things are not as we want them to be. They are simply what they are. Suffering does not come from what happens, but from how we perceive what happens. Our perspective determines whether something will be an obstacle or not. We cannot choose the circumstances of life, but we can always decide how we will react to them. When we face difficulties, it is useless to blame others or ourselves. Small-minded people tend to blame others for their problems. Ordinary people blame themselves. However, those who seek wisdom understand that blaming someone or something is a waste of time. It is not the other person who hurts us, but our reaction to the situation. If someone seems to provoke you, remember that it is your interpretation of the incident that causes the irritation. Don't let emotions dominate you over something that is only appearance. Take a deep breath, step away if necessary, and try to analyze the situation calmly. Mental clarity is essential for dealing with life's challenges. Thinking clearly is a skill that requires practice and dedication. It is through this that we align our will with our true purposes, understand our relationships with others, and fulfill our duties. Life is full of challenges, but each one brings the chance to explore our inner strengths, often hidden or ignored. The difficulties we face are, in fact, opportunities to reveal what is strongest and most resilient within us. True fulfillment in life is marked by inner serenity. This state is the clearest evidence that we are on a higher journey. Serenity, accompanied by moral progress, results from the moment we manage to free ourselves from internal turmoil. When we stop being irritated by the small adversities of daily life life becomes lighter. Preferring to die of hunger, but with a soul free from worries and fears, is a wiser choice than living in abundance, but being dominated by anxieties and uncontrollable desires. Immediate self-control is necessary to establish a program of self-mastery, where your will is always under your power. Nothing will truly stop you from moving forward because your determination is under your complete control. True spiritual progress requires that we eliminate the unnecessary and focus only on what is essential, putting aside distractions and meaningless occupations. At many times, it is even advantageous to be seen as naive regarding things that do not concern us, as external opinions are often distorted by appearances. One should not worry about what others think. They are often deceived and enchanted by the superficial. What matters is staying firm in your own goals, for this strengthens your will and gives cohesion to your life. Always remember that you are in search of something higher. Do not seek to be seen as someone sophisticated or special. Be wary if you are treated as someone unusual or very wise. In truth, the path of wisdom is full of criticism. Those who seek to live according to spiritual principles must be prepared to face ridicule and judgment. Never depend on the admiration of others. True personal fulfillment does not come from external sources. It doesn't matter what others think of you. True freedom lies in mastering yourself. Evil is not a natural presence in the world or in people. Evil arises from neglect, laziness, and distraction. It appears when we lose sight of our greater purpose in life, spiritual progress. When we remember our true goal, we return to striving for personal improvement and keep evil at bay. This is the path to true happiness. Spiritual progress involves facing death, difficulties, and calamities with courage. Instead of turning away from the painful moments in life, we must face them head-on, often reflecting on them. By confronting life's harsh realities, death, illness, loss, and disappointments, we free ourselves from illusions and false hopes, avoiding the petty thoughts of envy. Adapting our desires to reality, whether it is good or bad, is essential. Life and nature are governed by immutable laws, and the sooner we accept this, the more peaceful we will be. Ultimately, we are governed by what we seek and the desires we choose to have. If freedom is what you seek, then do not desire anything that depends on others. Otherwise, you will always be a helpless slave. Understanding true freedom is accepting the limits of our own power and the natural limits established by divine providence. By accepting these limits and working within them, rather than fighting against them, we become free. If we succumb to our passing desires for things we cannot control, then freedom is lost. Desires and aversions, though powerful, are nothing more than habits that we can train to improve. True freedom is knowing how to play the role we have been assigned well. We are like actors in a play, where divine will has determined our roles without consulting us. Some play short roles, others long ones. We may be called to live the life of a poor person, a person with disabilities, a great celebrity, or a simple common citizen. The role assigned to us may not be under our control, but what is in our hands is to play it as best as we can, without complaints. Wherever we are, we must strive to do our best. Always remember that divine will is intelligent and fundamentally good. Life is not a sequence of random episodes, but follows a refined order, governed by laws that, although not always visible, are understandable when we delve into them. Reaffirm your trust in justice and goodness, which reveal themselves more and more in every aspect of your life. Believe in the divine intelligence that governs the universe and make your highest goal to live in accordance with divine will. When we align our intentions and actions with this divine order, we do not feel confused or resentful of life's adversities. Instead, we feel strong, determined, and secure. Faithfulness is not blind belief. It consists of constantly practicing the principle of distancing ourselves from what is beyond our control and allowing things to unfold according to natural order. Do not try to anticipate or control events. Accept them with goodwill and intelligence. Faithfulness is the antidote to bitterness and confusion. It gives us the conviction that we are ready for whatever the divine order has planned for us. Your goal should be to see the world as an integrated whole and align your life with the supreme good. Personal growth depends on being honest with yourself and understanding who you are and what you are capable of. Just as great things are not created overnight, it also takes time to perfect our talents and attitudes. We are always learning and always growing. Accepting challenges is the way we progress to the next level of intellectual, physical, or moral development. Do not deceive yourself by trying to be something you are not, for this will cause your true self to wither, and the natural potential you have will not manifest. Each of us has a special calling. Listen to yours and follow it with dedication. Care for this moment with attention, wholeheartedly embrace its particularities. Show sensitivity to what is around you, to the person, the challenge, or the task ahead of you. Avoid creating unnecessary difficulties for yourself. The time has come to truly live. Do not be just a spectator. Engage, participate actively. Ask yourself, how can I act now to fulfill the purpose of my life in accordance with divine order? Pay attention to the answer and take action. Even when the doors seem closed and you find yourself in the dark, remember that divine will is within you as part of your natural character. Listen to the instructions and follow them. The art of living is to live your own life with purpose. Great things do not happen overnight. Give your best and always be good. Clearly define who you want to be and the ideals you want to pursue. Identify the qualities of people you admire and work to develop them in yourself. It is time to stop being vague and imprecise. If you desire wisdom, you need to be clear about who you want to become. If you have a journal, write down your goals. Describe in detail the person you wish to be, the conduct you intend to adopt. Act according to these ideals, not only when you are alone, but also in the company of others. Now is the time to live according to your principles. Submit yourself to these principles as if they were laws. How much longer will you wait to become who you really want to be? The best of you can no longer wait. Stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses. The sooner you dedicate yourself to your spiritual purpose, the happier you will be. The longer you wait, the more vulnerable you will be to mediocrity and regret. Do not disappoint yourself anymore. Decide now to be an extraordinary person. This will depend on the effort you are willing to make, but the time to act is now.